Hey writers, today we're going to be talking about adding something into our speeches that will of course make them more powerful, right? That's why we're here. That's why we do this work, to make the best possible piece of writing we can. So today I want you to think about something real quick. There's a question, there's a word, a type of word that describes a verb, right? So if I say I ran, I could say I ran quickly, or I ran slowly, or I ran steadily. Those words, quickly, slowly, steadily, they have a name. Do you know what it is? Adverbs. So today we're going to be talking about adverbs and where to put them to make the most impact, okay? So our first job is to identify some adverbs. Usually in third grade, we identify adverbs usually by knowing they're the words that have an ly ending, okay? And so we'll look through our speech. We'll see if we have any of those. If we do, we'll think about how we might move them around. And if we don't, we might think about adding some. So let me show you what that looks like by showing you my speech. Okay, so I've looked through my speech to look for those adverbs. I highlighted them in pink and honestly didn't find a ton. Here's one: bravely. Oops. Down here, eventually. That was really it. So I thought this is a great opportunity for me to go through my speech and think about how I might add some more adverbs because they're really, really good describing words. Then we can think about how I might place them. Okay, so an adverb is a word that describes a verb, just like an adjective is a word that describes a noun. So any verb I see, I could add an adverb to describe it, right? So that is how many humans like me are impacted by climate change. So I could add a word to describe impacted. It might be, that is how many humans like you and me are impacted yearly by climate change, or daily by climate change, or, I could add a word to describe how it's impacted. Droughts, floods, heat waves, extreme weather events, and sea level rise are terrifying. So terrifying, in fact, that it motivated. I could describe motivated. I could say it quickly motivated, or it strongly motivated, or it quietly motivated one Swedish teenager to take action. The world would be a better place if more people were like Greta Thunberg. Okay, let me look here, see if there's something I can add. Greta Thunberg cares not only about the planet, but she also cares about the people and the animals on the planet. That is why she uses her voice and actions to fight against climate change. I'm feeling like this one here, uses. She strongly uses her voice. I can write a few options here. Let's say I want to say strongly, right? I could put it here. She strongly uses her voice and actions to fight against climate change. Or I could put it at the end. She uses her voice and actions strongly to fight against climate change. Which one do you think makes sense? I mean, they're both correct, but which one feels better? She strongly uses her voice, or she uses her voice and actions strongly? I think this first one does. So I'm going to cross that out to show that I don't want it. Okay, let's find another one on another page. So here, who do you look up to? For me, I feel inspired by people who are doing courageous things for nature and society. So here's a verb, inspired. And to add a describing adverb to that, I could say I feel incredibly inspired. I feel incredibly inspired by people who are doing courageous things. Or I could say, I feel inspired incredibly. But I think it makes sense more before the verb there. Okay, so I have found a few places where I can add in some adverbs. I think I'm going to keep doing this work, but I'm going to end the video here. Okay, I've shown you a few places where where I've added some adverbs. I identified some verbs, and then I thought about how I might describe those words in a more strong way. And so as you go off and start your independent work today, that's what I want you to do. Read through your speech, notice verbs that could use a little bit more description. This will help add to all the details in your speech and make it more convincing for when people listen to it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Talk to you later.